In 2018, an American paid thousands just to visit a small island. The next day, he was dead and buried on its beach. The Indian government sent a helicopter to recover his remains. The islanders fired arrows and violently drove it away. India strictly forbids anyone from approaching. No research teams are allowed. Satellite images show only an impenetrable jungle. The weirdest part, no one knows who these people are. They have been isolated for tens of thousands of years. They have no phones or internet. They might not even know how to make fire. Yet, they kill outsiders without hesitation. Today, I will take you into the last forbidden zone on Earth. Welcome to North Sentinel Island. Find the Indian Ocean on a map. Deep in the Bay of Bengal lie the Andaman Islands. North Sentinel Island is hidden here. It covers just 60 square kilometers. Yet, it is the hardest place on Earth to enter, not because of rugged terrain. It is because the residents reject all outsiders. Their method is incredibly simple. They shoot to kill. These people are the Sentinelese. How many of them are there? Honestly, nobody knows. Scientists estimate between 15 and 400 people. That is a massive gap, because no one can land to count them. Satellites only capture trees. What lies beneath is a mystery. There could be villages or an entirely unseen civilization. It sounds like sci-fi, but it is real. Why are they so hostile? Anthropologists say they are original inhabitants of the Andaman Islands. They have been isolated for 60,000 years. Human written history is only 5,000 years old. The pyramids were built 4,500 years ago. When the Sentinelese cut ties with the world, our ancestors were just leaving Africa to begin human migration. Modern civilization builds aircraft carriers. They still sharpen stones. But do not misunderstand, they are not backward. They chose a different path. Researchers observe them from afar. They are dark-skinned, muscular, and hunt with bows and spears. They catch crabs barehanded. They live in forest huts, build canoes, and love to dance. Are they primitive? Yes, absolutely. But one detail is fascinating. Scientists know they use fire, but nobody knows if they can actually make it. They might rely on preserving natural embers. Or they have a method we simply do not understand. Nobody can go in to verify. They have lived this way for 60,000 years. Now, why keep outsiders away? Is it the islanders or the government? The answer is both. The Sentinelese attitude toward outsiders, simple, shoot to kill. In 2006, Indian fishermen drifted into shallow waters. A group charged out, attacking with spears and arrows. Days later, a helicopter tried to retrieve the bodies. The islanders fired arrows right at the chopper. They do not care if you are government or military. The bodies were never recovered, likely buried on the spot. Then there is American missionary John Allen Cho. In 2018, he paid fishermen to smuggle him onto the island to preach. He thought they needed the gospel. Instead, he was met with arrows. He survived the first day but died on the second. Fishermen saw the Sentinelese drag and bury his body. The Indian government refused to retrieve it. The cost was simply too high. Why does the government forbid approaching? Why not study this ancient living fossil? The reason is highly practical. It protects them and us. The Sentinelese have zero immunity to modern diseases. A simple cold could easily wipe them out. This is not an exaggeration. In the 19th century, a British officer kidnapped 6 islanders for research. They quickly fell ill. 2 adults died. The sick children were sent back. That single contact almost destroyed the entire tribe. Now, India strictly enforces a 9-kilometer exclusion zone. Patrol boats guard the area. Anyone who violates the ban gets arrested. Yet, history shows rare moments of peace. In the 1990s, the Indian government organized friendly visits. They approached by boat and threw coconuts into the water. Initially, they were met with arrows, but slowly, things changed. Some lowered their weapons and swam to collect coconuts. Some even boarded the boats to take metal scraps. Tensions briefly eased, but after 1997, India halted all contact. The official reason was to protect the natives from deadly diseases. Some suspect an incident forced this stop. Since then, zero official visits. In 2004, a massive tsunami struck near the island. Everyone thought the Sentinelese were doomed. Days later, a helicopter saw men on the beach aiming bows. They were completely fine. Without warnings or tech, they adapted and survived. This island and its people do not want to be understood. They drew a line with their arrows. Keep out of our world. Meanwhile, we stare at phones and worrying about AI. We think civilization must constantly expand. But 60,000 years ago, they chose to stay, and they are still defending it. You might call them backward or ignorant, but look closer. They have no wars, no pollution, no mortgages, and no toxic work culture. Their sky is clean, their water is crystal clear. Every morning, they only think about what to hunt for the day. Perhaps the ultimate peak of civilization is not conquering the stars, it is having the power to choose not to.